Hello guys, sorry for later. Just setting up and just want to prepare how to calculate time frame expiry. There was a technical issue, sorry, and I hope so we can start it, and I hope so it will be good to better. I have some technical issue. I have a I have a technical issue about settings, but now it's okay, and I hope so we will talk about very interesting topic and discussion about how to calculate time frame expiry using by MT4 charts, including by Milos or myself how to use technical indicators. It can see on the charts that I have been used for trading indicators. For example, it relative strength index 70-30 levels, moving average MACD 12-26-9, Bollinger Bands period 20, deviation 2, but later we'll mix it and change trading indicators and Fibonacci retracement. The most important stuff for binary options trading and expiries, as it can see, is a real challenge for traders, for ourselves, for beginners, professional traders, how to calculate and predict the price movement in 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, a day expiry, end of the expiry, 3 days a week or month, and other stuff. But we have been searching and keep working using all technologies, trading software, indicators, using by news or prepare to trading during UK trading session or US trading session or only Asian trading session on when London and New York overlap and other. And we try to define a lot of material, a lot of video was recorded, a lot of stuff was very important for trading, and we have to find out the perfect formula how to trade. For example, I will talk first of on the basic stuffs. For example, this is EURUSD trading asset, the most trading asset, and this is M 1 minute charts. I tried to explain some basic introduction if for short-term and long-term traders, and for the beginning I can explain the following. uh, M1 charts or only 1 minute charts can be used for 60-second trading, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 10 and 50 minutes expiry, no more. For example, I use 5 minutes time frame expiry if I want to trade a 30 minutes expiry. Then the next level I can use charts M15 for 1 hour expiry, 30 minutes I can use for 4 hours, 1 hourly charts I can use for end of day expiry, and maybe we can uh, unzoom it, maybe can use for week expiry for or day expiry for long-term trades, like we can use for 2 months or history charts in months. But okay, we'll back to 1 minute charts and try to provide the better calculation and the better maths formula using some sequence or using some charts on prediction price movements using double peak, double bottom, breakouts, price action, There is a lot of stuff and a lot of material who can be used for trading, but traders often are skeptic when it is shows some new stuff, and they want to prepare or adopt their trading strategies. Okay, this is M1 charts, and we have some basic formula. For example, this is combination of four trading indicators: relative strength index, moving average, Fibonacci, and Bollinger Bands. Okay, we'll see how the all trading indicator works only one or separate or other stuff. For this situation, for example, relative strength index is above 30 area, so we can expect some reverse trend from here. This is the lower Bollinger Band. If the price has been broken, then you could call option. For example, we can use double peak and double bottom, and this is the see that the price has rejected from 61.8 Fibonacci. Also, it was the situation from the upper Bollinger Bands, and we see the green and red line, and we can see when the red line crossover green line, price continue to drop it, but when the red line cross rejected from green line, it continue bullish trend line. Also see oversold zone, and price continues to rise. So we can use some basic indicator or calculation. For example, it was 1 hour ago, double peak was here, and the peak was confirmation about, for example, here was a 5:16. It was a 4:13 p.m. by GMT, and now it was 5 p.m. GMT, and the price continue to drop it. And okay, we calculate from here, it was 30 minutes, from here is above 40 minutes time frame expiry, price continue to drop it, and then we see a little here in times continuous prediction, the price moving from here and here. If we can see when the price will reject it, we can see some trend correction in next 14 minutes. If you're just using a copy function f y z y in I'm talking about maths formula function f equal from pairs y and z. It's a maths formula, and for example we can use simple basic formula. For example, 40 minutes. Let's see if we use a just simple copy from here, maybe use 40 minutes. Will the price will back in the 40 minutes should back here from here to here. So if we enter in position 20 minutes ago, maybe we can expect it, the price can use, for example, 40 minutes or 1 hour expiry. So let's see, will the price, just talking about basic stuff, and will the price will be back here. It was almost 25 minutes ago, and let's make projection in next 40 minutes. Will the price back from here 30 minutes, and for example we can use a basic draw line here, for example 75, or we can use, for example, here to move the price, and here is above 75. Okay, and just see well the price will be recorded. If we can use some situation from here, I'm talking about just see from here, this is the peak from here, and we decided to see a double peak here, and let's try to use it on, this is a 1 minute chart, but we have used to 5 minute charts, and for example we have to move here, okay, and try to back. We have a double peak here, from here, and try to calculation in the next 1 hour if we can use, or also we have used 40 minutes, for example. Maybe we can use 40 minutes, no problem. We'll see will the price will be back. This is on basic stuff how to calculation. Now the price will back, and we have some stuff also. Price was dropped about 25 minutes. The bottom was here. For example, the price has been dropped 15 minutes, and now we have one opportunity to price will back in next 15 minutes some trend correction. Also we have see from here rejected from 23,6, but we have one important stuff from here. Will the price rejected from here? This is upper Bollinger Band, and 38,2 Fibonacci retracement also rejected from here, and we see if these two trading indicators are show the real signal, and then will be success 50% that the trade will be recorded in the money, because the third one will be if the price rejected from here and from here, and then we can use the following signals from here. Next 15 minutes will be risk trade 50-50. We can use, for example, calculation 50 minutes can be expected the price if rejected from here, then we can trade put option 15 minute expiry from here, for example here, and we will watch. This is some trading predictions. This is how to we do manually and how to predict the price movement from here. We also had the seen that the price was rejected from here. So let's see if it is possible a put option from here with time frame expiry 5 minutes. For example, put option 11140 using by 15 minutes expiry, for example from here. Okay, let's try to do it, and the position from here is now we can be used 15 minutes. Okay, let's make projection. This is alternative scenario, but we do not enter in trade yet, because it is needed to wait. The last candle should be closed here. We didn't know what will happen, and maybe the price will continue up, and now we have been watching further what will happen. So I think this is the situation when the price should be rejected or broke. This is a 50-50 percentage. We should expect this candle and the next two candles, and now we got a signals what should do the following, and now we should be very carefully and wait the price should close here and the next two one. If this green line, the trend correction will continue from here, and then we also use, but this is the two situation. We have to explain the next two candle. We to have to expect it the situation that the price should be close or upper or down, but we wait. There is no yet signal to trade. We wait two candles, this close candle and the next candles. This is very important for trading, but also the market is in this situation, the market is dead completely. Market is dead, but watching careful indicators. This is the situation for reverse trend. Relative strength index almost 76. Upper Bollinger Band, maybe the two indicators will be down. Also price overbought zone. Wait, the next situation. Reverse trend is possible to back. I'm talking about short time frame expiry, 5 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes. And we can decide if we use only 5 or 10 minutes. So, trend correction was 8 minutes ago, and we should expect it from here. Will the price? This is the situation what is important. Okay, I will zoom it, and we watch carefully a big candle. Very important for trading. I use a big candle, and we have from here trend correction. This is very important here. This one and the next two candles will explain the further. If the price breaks from here, the market is undecided yet. We have no signal for trading. We should be very carefully and watch the market and also watch indicators. Relative strengthiness didn't show anything, only Bollinger Band and Fibonacci. Maybe we'll explain more. This is the top position. Also overbought zone. Price should drop. Maybe we can use from here, for example, 2 to 5 minutes expiry. For example, now it's here, 26, and let's see 31 from here. Okay, we'll post here, for example, and see we can use, for example, from here put option. Okay, and let's see if we was right from here. We talk later and see will the price will close here. But relative strengthiness is not satisfied, 61%, and this is if we can use a 5 minutes expiry to prediction, because the price didn't cross 38%, didn't cross upper Bollinger Band, rejected from there, 3 candle was rejected, and now the market undecided. And we'll see from here, will the price, for example, record it in the money. From here, okay, let's see some 5 minutes expiry, not else, and we will see if I was right. This is one of some basic stuff for 5 minutes expiry, and during the talk I will explain and we talk further. So far market is undecided, but we'll see maybe 10-12 points up or down, and we trust to see what will happen with tradings. And yeah, because I told you it was a risk, and this is how to try to calculate here. Maybe the price will up or down. So far the market didn't decided yet. The trade is still in the money, and see, it's very low volatility, no choppy market, and maybe 10-12 points ups or down. So this is a not real situation, but I'm just talking about how I to use. Also, relative strength in the zone 81, so maybe for saturation trend, and all indicators, 2 indicators, 3 indicators show uh, some reverse trend from here, but it was a very low market volatility, and we'll see if the price will reject it. So far it's we'll see next 2 and 3 minutes. So far the price is out of the money, but we'll see what will happen when the price will be closed here. We still wait 1 or 2 minutes. That was important that we can see if we can use a put or call option for trading and how to use some trading indicators and trading stuff. We'll see if for example, it is needed to wait this red candle and the next one. Next two candle will solve the problem, and maybe I wasn't right and this is solution that time frame expiry for 5 minutes wasn't good. I'm talking about how to calculate time frame expiry, and we still need to wait will this the real signal or not signal, because also two indicators from here price was rejected and this is signal that I don't know, we'll see. It is needed 1 minute. We'll see where this candle will be closed. So far it is needed to wait. I will delete this line and wait. This is the entry points here, and we should wait where this close. So far maybe 7 or 8 points. Yes, I was right. I suppose the price this candle will be closed maybe lower than expected, but I think the trades was recording the money, for we can compare from here 431 and this close 8, only 18 points below here, and this the trades as I was right. So this is the very good prediction from here to here, or we just say that I was right, the price continued to drop. That I was talking about for indicators. And guys, you have opportunity to see in live how to predict in 5 minutes time frame expiry. And of course, if we back on 5 minutes charts, I was talking about, we will delete this line. I'm talking now of higher time frame expiry, and I will delete all line. And when I was talking about 5 minutes from here and double peak from here to here, and I was to say about trend correction. Now we have a new opportunity to see what will happen in the next 30 minutes or 1 hour expiry, how to predict the price. But the same situation also, we just copy from here, use 4 indicators, and then predict the price. For example, just copy it's 30 and you can count and count time frame expiry in the future. For example, in the next 30 40 minutes, and we have see what about prediction. For now it's interested about trend consolidation in place from here. It was 30 minutes ago, and see will the price will back here, maybe here, to expect the reverse trend, if we can use a copy or no. Just want to copy time frame expiry and prepare a real stuff. Okay, this is how to use for short time frame expiry and how to calculate it. Okay, now I will change data and change the figures of technical indicators. For example, so far relative strength index was 3070. Now I change 8 80-20, and now we can expect it a difference value. Now it's neutral area. Also, I will change Bollinger Band with 50 and 2 deviation, and I also change the trend. So I mix it and using all indicators and combination of level, and will delete all stuff, all align, and try to see what will happen if I change trading indicators. Of course, this is, we'll see the price more rebel, and this is for the long time frame expiry. Then I will back from here, delete Fibonacci, and this has left. Okay, I was explaining how to use charts trading for 5 to 15 minutes expiry or 15 minutes expiry. I was talking about here. I will back one times. From here, this is a possibility for call option. See the signal from here. Red line was crossover, but not yet. From here, there is some rejected. This is a signal so far for call option from here. So there was a position above here. Call option and price was in the money. Can be used for 30 minutes expiry from here, call option. And this is some calculation from here. Maybe here the price should be recorded about this level in next 10-15 minutes. So we'll see about price movement, and we'll see how it's tough to predict the price when there is some neutral area of relative strength index and so on. The most reliable situation, I use combination these 4 trading indicators, is when all 4 indicators show the same trend directions. And when, for example, I also post to on the bots for binary options thatsuck.com about neutrality relative strength index, and only if I have for example 2 trading indicator confirmation of trend and one is neutral, like maybe it's between probability 50 to 75% that the trade will be recorded in the money. But also there is some stuff that can further explanation when I have one neutral area, for example, or I have a 2, for example, in this case I was deleted. I will back Fibonacci, and if I have this is a 4 trading indicators. Relative strength index is 84. Saturation trend, confirmation to rise. Price has been broken here, didn't rise. This is a neutral area of Fibonacci. The price movement is from 38,2 and 61. Undecided, I think neutral, for example, it's a neutral area. And if we have some trend, reverse trend, about reverse trend here from bearish, overbought zone expected put. This is situation, for example, relative strength index should explain bearish trend, put option, moving average, put option, but Bollinger Band 50-50 put option and Fibonacci nothing. So this is, for example, neutral area, and I'm not sure what position I have to go, or if I can do and now I try to explain more stuff for long time frame expiry using by 1 hour, 4 hour, or day or week or 8 hour, and we'll see. This was explanation for maybe a short time frame expiry combination of four indicators, and as I told you, this indicators was not good. I wasn't sure. Maybe if you use to back one pip, it's very hard to predict price movement, and I will decided to delete these indicators because I do not need. Maybe sometimes I do not need and Bollinger Bands for long-term indicators. For example, we prepare for 1 hour time frame expiry and see Euro USD. If we can use a 50-minute charts, we know that Euro is strong under pressure today and continuation of bearish trend line from here. And of course, this is the lowest time. And of course, we know that some 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago was the bottom of 111 250. It's above, see the strong support area, and so far all value from here can be used from here, rejected from here. We can use put option, for example, end of the expiry, because I do not expect a more turbulence. But if we can use for 1 hour, it can be used, for example, from here. It was a half an hour ago, 4 hours time frame expiry, and the end of the expiry will see. But the market is low, and this situation is better to use 1 hour expiry. It's more reliable. From here we have a continuation dropping, and from here we can use, for example, 1 hour ago, a very reliable trade and reliable stuff for put option. If we use it 30 minutes, we can use also show for 4 hours time frame expiry, and it can see clear from here. There's the bad position from here, the price, the big bearish green candle from here. It was a 2.5 hour ago. Okay, we can post here, for example, and then back from here and see if we can use a 4 time frame expiry. For example, here, this is 40 turn. Sorry, let's back 20, for example 9:30. For example, this is a 4 time frame expiry. Price was from here, and we can use, for example, can be used time frame expiry for here. If we use a daily basis charts, I will explain the best position is to use to trade on end of day, but you know it's very tough or using end of day time frame expiry. The best position is to use 1 hour. Now I will back charts. We have a reverse trend from here, and so Euro lost 1% today also about news. It is needed to wait the news and other stuff. If we want to trade in the future and we want to trade, for example, 3 days, we can explanation from here. It was Friday, and maybe we can expect it some trend correction from here. We'll see well the price will back in the future, and this is the highest peak, no more. The price has been dropping, rejected this support level, this is strong resistance level, then also rejected from here. We also price has been broken this support level, continue to drop it. I'm talking about week day expiry. I watch it 4 hours, or the next target should be here, maybe here. It is 1996, but maybe 110.50, 110. Here is some strong support, 110.85 or 110.50. Maybe 110 is some. This is some, how can I say, some psychological 110, some psychological. If we back to more, some psychological level, 110 here, for example. This is 110.00 exchange rates euro USD, and I'm talking about one or week expiry. Then we can use one charts and back. Doesn't matter, we just use the charts in this situation for the long-term trades, watching the charts, and there is no need to use some relative strengthiness. I will explain you, no problems. I will draw it Bollinger Band. I will add all indicator just to back stuff. And my favorite is when I can use, for example, I can use all charts. Okay, it's no problem. I push here, also put Bollinger Bands, and also will back the price rejected from here. This is a signal for put option from here. Price was rejected. It was on Thursday, but I will back, try to set up 3070. What will happen? Okay, and back to period 20, and of course we have some trend rejection from here. Maybe we can sell some contract correction here, and then this is the confirmation, but we do not know yet anything. We can maybe can expect it in next 4 hours trend correction on euro USD. But if we want to, what will happen? I will delete it. Just wanted to confirmation. Want to confirmation. Trend I will see on 4 hours. Maybe day chart. Maybe 4 hours will be more reliable to trade, to predict a week expiry. We'll see. If we use, this was a signal here, big candle, for example 112 for example is a good signal for put option. From here we put here and see, this is 20. Okay, this is to predict will the price will be lower from here. This is the real challenge. For example, I can use end of day. If we enter here, this is the real challenge. Will the price back here or continue to drop it? This is the real challenge, and this is a trading for a week expiry. If we use 1 week expiry, we use not only technical indicators. This is the line when the price should back here, below here. This is an option trading about a week expiry, and officers should see to post here and just use adding tools, for example Fibonacci from here. Okay, and also it is needed to use Bollinger Band, and that's all. the price has been rejected. This one indicator for one chart. Price has been broken, lower volume than bands and continue to drop it. One important thing also, we'll see in the next 4 days will the price will be rejected 61.8 Fibonacci, and also other stuff didn't interested. Relative strength is neutral area. More or less we can see that in this situation relative strength is not so important, or moving average, because we should when we want to trade, on a week expiry, we do not use only technical or chart analysis. We should it is needed to use not only trades for chart or trading tools and indicators, but also economic events. And this week we'll see Mario Draghi was spoken today, and we know he pushed back euro lower than last week, and we know that about monetary policy easing, European Central Bank, and also a cheaper euro was a good for exporter, and so on. Also, we can use euro data in this situation about problem about inflation, low inflation in eurozone, problem about Fed's postpone hike rates, or European summit, or some problems in eurozone, debt crisis, and positive or negative economic data. Also, German economic sentiment this week, and I think some stuff in eurozone. Well, it can be checked and see the most important fundamentals. Also, US that data, for example, jobless claims, for example, some Federal Open meeting minutes on Thursday, Friday, on the next 2 3 days. I think on Wednesday. Also, crude oil inventories, strong indicator, core retail sales and retail sales, and consumer price index, producer price index in US, and we'll see how the news will affect it on trades. And this is how to use our explanation in this trade, and this is a combination of news and charts analyzing. For example, I will back again here and try to turn it from here to here. This is unknown area for trading, but we use to analyze here, and this was one signal I told you. This is the second indicator. For example, relative strength index show a red line crossover green line and continue to drop. This was the second signal from here, and the price didn't back here. This was a signal from Thursday, and price continued up. But I'm talking if you will enter into position today, and this is the one signal I'm talking about. Price didn't break out here, and I'm talking that the price has crossed green full, red line crossed over green line, continue to drop. This is the second signal, also rejected from 100 Fibonacci, and this is a three-hour also oversold zone, and it's overbought zone, and this is the signal that price continue to drop it. This is a 4 indicator can confirmation put option for 5-day expiry or end of day or a week expiry. It depends how the broker calculates, or Friday 2200 hours by GMT, or does the one New York will be closed on Friday or on Monday. It depends from state of broker how can we calculate 5 days or 7 days or trading weeks. Doesn't matter, we can use week expiries. Some can be used 7 days, some can be used 5 working days. It depends from how to calculate it. And this is some explanation. If we can use I will try to draw talking about next example for example for 1 month expiry. Maybe we use a day charts. It's a simple use, and if we start on February, see, we can guarantee here present. It's better to use from here. Enter into position. Does it better from here or beginning of February. Enter into position, and we can need it to take to use 1 month expiry. We can use week charts. Price didn't back, and let's try to zoom it to be more. I will delete it, all indicators no needed, and from here, for example, here a week ago, and this is for example here, this is a weekly charts, and no problems. I can zoom it from here and try to provide a better solution. If we need to provide more trading indicators, I will show you how to use trend channel or breakouts, ups or down, or double peak, double bottom. I will back just on, because it was suggestion by Ronald about breakouts or confirmation of trends and other stuff, and just try to explain some when the breakouts, if the price has broken current support resistance levels, what will happen in the future. Just will back and expected a few questions if you need it. I would like you to post a few questions if you have it. And this was I was talking about. If you remember, 1 hour ago the price has been rejected from here, and this is some breakout. As I was told you, a 1 hour ago put option from here, and this is completely 1 hour expiry. This is a breakout, and this is if we can use a call option. And this is a situation. Just a moment. Just a moment, please. About breakout, double peak, and as I told you, there is no needed to use anything. This is a breakout. See, and a vice trader can be used to 4 or 5 minutes expire, 4 and 3 hours expire. From here, this is the trend line. This is the first resistance in the last 2 hours. We do not back, and if we can use here, there is some resistance lines. Expecting trend correction from here, and there is no need to use any further indicators. This is a breakout for 1 hour trading. Can be used for 1 hour expiry, and I try to concentrate what will happen in end of day. This is the breakout. The price has just been broken current resistance level in the last 2 hours, and this position from here, if we was in call option, would be recorded in the money, and this is when you trade in breakouts. Also, if you be back for short time frame expiry, but my favorite time frame expiry is 1 hour or 4 hours. And just to back here to explain how to use breakings in 1 to 5 minutes. Just follow. But I think on the next session will be more explanation about breakouts when the price will be broken, support or resistance levels, or can be used of favor pivot points. But also we have rejected from here. It was a very risk trade from here to here. And as I told you, just use the charts. You can use this model, very simple to use. And see, this was a very risk trade 2 hours ago. If we enter a call option 2 hours ago, very risk. See how the price dropped on 60 points, and this is a really very interested. And but it's a trading, and I think I just mentioned breakout maybe on the next webinar or next session. I will talk about breakouts or when trading support or resistance. Or Okanel was talking a lot of support resistance trading, and but we'll see when the price will be uh, rejected or will be broken some level like it was support or resistance. So this is a triple pick. I use a top or pick. This is a triple pick, very interesting. I think euro will continue to rise, and was trader was not variable if he or she went into position from here, and most during the trade was out of the money and was the risk trend. But this is 1 hour, and we use fundamental analysis consolidation. And I also during the trade was use currency correlation, and also use not only currency correlation, also use uh, dollar index. I will talk on the next session. There is a lot of trading is very complex for long-term trades, and I just will concentrate for calculation of time frame expiry. And people can also use this is my trading tools, my trading methods. Just is simple to use charts or setup indicator. You see, I just mixed or changing the levels for relative strengthiness 28 instead 30/70, or I also replaced 15 periods with two levels instead of 20 periods Bollinger Band. And of course results are good, and there is some we can some rejections, or there is some correlations, and we can make mistake about price movement and predict the price, and it's always happen. I think it's enough for today, and I don't know how it was. Maybe I don't know. Maybe for the beginners it's very stranger. For intermediate or professional trader, this is they're familiar with this. I know it's a very hard to explain and very complex, maybe strange, but uh, during the webinar, during the education, you will learn, read lives, and you also saw one might trade 5 minutes expiry. Of course, it was a virtual trade. I do not trade, but just say, for example, put option from here to here, 5 minutes expiry, and you will see how it is good. And also now it's London was closed 1 hour ago, and I do not trade Monday or Friday. I trade only Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is the three best day for trading, and of course I don't. There is some trading rules, and guys. and I would like to know if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, proposal, you can post here or on the forum. And I know you can watch video and try to ask some stuff I can explain, or record a new video. It's no problem. I can explain on binaryoption.com. You can also find some my trading tips, my opinions, suggestions, and if you have any questions, you can send me here in chat room and try to answer it, or no maybe. And and I would like to see if you have any question, you can send it now. This is and I'm still waiting if you have any questions. I know trading is very hard and tough, and it requires a lot of knowledge, experience, and also, as you know, it's not so easy to predict price movement. But see, this peak was interested, and okay, guys, as I can see, there is no questions. I wish you have a nice day in United States of America. Have a nice day in Australia. Have a nice evening in Europe and Africa, and we'll join on the next session. Of course, Okane will talk. Okay, thank you again, and I'm out.